Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Longhorns will kick it away first. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Going to the running game. Turning on the Jets. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And he
turn upfield for the first.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To play on this drive.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Here's the handoff. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
To the ground to try to move the chain. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Pulls it, fires to the left. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. First play of the period, first down here. Right back to the well. Shoots his way for more.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the Dogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Dogs get it past the sticks.
That is how it's done on third down. It's no doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Forced out of the pocket. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's dragged down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to swing it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's dealt. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground, he's got it again. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Quarterback moving. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Dogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Hauls it in. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. 3rd down. Red zone play. Round the line. From the gun. Wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And they...
Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touch. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He's going to go for a big one. Fakes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they try. But it didn't work, so their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Start for this offense. to the tailback. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Durham. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter of space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They use the end around. First play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And the defense has to be careful. When you've got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with good eye discipline and know where the ball is at all times. Because if he outflanks you, he can take it to the distance.
The offense changing the play. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Wide open spaces. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Dogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Grab behind the line. It's Branch. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
So first down here as they go back to work. out of the gun to give to the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Stockton. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Delp. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. On the run, still looking. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
That's caught. It's Durham. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of first down. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Makes a connection. There he goes. He's loose.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
LSU lining up first and goal. Rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, running back on the move. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. Smashes ahead. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. You guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Absolutely center cut. The lead is down to a field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fair catch called for and made. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Back open in the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Snagged in the middle, it's Durham. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Sharp. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Durham. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll try to take it back. The 30. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. So first down will open up the final period. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again.
Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Oh, they'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. LSU quick to the line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Looking downfield on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Back's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of down. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They'll line up to go for 2. They'll try to power it in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The kick is on its way. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's buried.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Got the back over the middle. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback adapting. Throws to the back. This time he's got his man. It's a running room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
He's taking the deep shot. Snags it inside the 20. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Manning. Complete. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's caught downfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Complete downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to pull his way in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. To the end zone, and is picked off.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Using his legs to buy some time. The short hands. It's Thomas. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. The Bulldogs get enough to move the chains.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
Caught over the middle. It's Branch. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic movement.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This should be the last play of the quarter. To the air, it's Stockton. It's incomplete and will change into the field now. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often.
Touchdown, Texas! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something.
Looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Takes a hit as he fires. And he tried to put the touch on it, but it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Bears the pressure. Touchdown, Longhorn! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, and that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Moves around to clear up the vision. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
With the catch, it's Baxter. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fit it in the window for the score.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Straight ahead from inside his 25. He'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rushes on him. Buys a little time. Lets it fly. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
They'll go back to the air on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They're on it, And they get it back for another drive. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wide receiver going in motion. Starting this third quarter on the ground.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the play.
It's a seam wide open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. To the air, it's Stockton. He'll throw it. And a misconnection on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Georgia sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Oh, they're after him. Buying some time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Oh, out of space. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. to pull the plug on this clock. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. On 4th down, looking to pass. Rolling right and going deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
To throw, it's Stockton. Pulls it in, it's Bell. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their...
Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last round.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now they'll try the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Run those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll try to pound their way in. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They've been outstanding on 3rd down all day long, and they could use one here on 3rd and goal. And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. They're still firing away even with this lead. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's going to go down as time has run out. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Bring it out to the 25. Going to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Makes the grab. It's dealt. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. You know, David, this is really what game...
Look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Converts on 4th down, still going. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Finds the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Grab near the marker. It's White. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to buy time. Grab behind the line. It's Frazier.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. He's going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Wide open downfield. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Branch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Going for 6. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity to put 3 on the board.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll go with a direct snap. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. LSU right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Pulls it in. It's Durham. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite.
Looking for the end zone. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Georgia 3, LSU 0.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Direct snap. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Trying to set up the screen. Fights off the defender. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously bumping.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Duro. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. And that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's first and goal on the 1. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get past.
Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man. It's Branch.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He wants to go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. He's brought down the 1. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, but then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it. Sneak gets it done.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Branch. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. That's caught, it's Frazier. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. LSU right back to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Durham. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The sure hands, it's Frazier. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man, it's Frazier. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in, it's Frazier. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against...
Looking for a deep man. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This offense has been anemic all game. They've got nothing from the passing game, and that last play there, the interception late here, that basically tells you the story of how this thing has gone. You cannot say enough about how well this defense has played. They have completely shut them out.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility of the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's a heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the catch down the right side. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Timeout, LSU.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football.
Going for it all. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down.
That defender was in outstanding position on that last play. Great job reading the receiver and running with him. There's no penalty. He gets his eyes and locates the ball. He just has to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. He's looking to pass. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Quick completion on the out route. The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back and got it.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the route is on.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air on first down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to go.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
14 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it's sort of Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Off the play fake. Dances away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys who put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They go to the wide receiver screen. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
LSU quick to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Anderson. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Durham. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Makes the catch. It's Anderson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. 1st down.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up for the 1st and goal. The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Gus Meyer. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He wants to throw it again. Trying to find the end zone. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to go up top on first down.
Running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They're looking to throw on second and short. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on throw, and that leads to the interception.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4. LSU right back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Gus Meyer. The quick out. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away knowing the play is over.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Finds a man on the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. End off from the shotgun. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Dropping back, it's Manning. Flushed out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out of the backfield, he's open. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Plows through the defense. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the 1st half. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the 2nd half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. A little release to the back. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Snap it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll go with a direct snap. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Sharp. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard.
Middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Moore. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the left. Shakes off the defender. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one